Welcome to Smart Garden, where we transform ordinary gardeners into harvest heroes. Today we're diving deep into one of the most transformative skills you can master in your vegetable garden, the art and science of pruning tomatoes. Whether you're a weekend warrior with just a few pots on your patio or someone managing raised beds that could feed the neighborhood, understanding how to properly prune these garden superstars will, honestly, revolutionize your growing experience. Pruning isn't just about making your plants look neat and tidy, though that's certainly a bonus. It's about channeling your plant's energy into producing the biggest, most flavorful fruits possible while preventing disease and extending your harvest season. Think of yourself as a plant whisperer, guiding these vigorous growers to reach their full potential. The magic of tomato pruning lies in redirecting your plant's natural energy flow. Tomatoes are incredibly vigorous plants that, left to their own devices, will spend enormous amounts of energy growing leaves, stems, and foliage at the expense of fruit production. When you prune strategically, you're essentially telling the plant, "Focus your energy here, where I want the biggest, most delicious fruits." Beyond fruit production, proper pruning creates better air circulation throughout your tomato plants, which dramatically reduces the likelihood of fungal diseases that thrive in humid, stagnant conditions. You're also opening up the plant canopy to allow sunlight to penetrate to lower fruit clusters, ensuring even ripening and preventing the weak, spindly growth that occurs in shaded areas. Well-pruned tomato plants are easier to manage, harvest from, and support with stakes or cages. The improved structure makes every aspect of tomato care more efficient and enjoyable. Tomatoes fall into two main categories that determine your pruning approach: determinate and indeterminate varieties. Determinate tomatoes, often called bush tomatoes, grow to a predetermined size and produce most of their fruit within a concentrated time period. These varieties require minimal pruning because their growth pattern is naturally self-limiting. Popular determinate varieties include Roma, Celebrity, and most paste tomatoes. Indeterminate tomatoes, however, are the climbing champions of the tomato world. These varieties will continue growing, flowering, and fruiting until frost kills them, which means they respond incredibly well to strategic pruning. Popular indeterminate varieties include Cherokee Purple, Brandywine, Early Girl, and, most heirloom varieties. The key to successful indeterminate tomato pruning lies in understanding their growth pattern. They develop what we call suckers. These are shoots that emerge from the junction between the main stem and side branches. Identifying suckers becomes second nature once you know what to look for. So picture the V-shaped angle where a branch meets the main stem. Suckers emerge right from that junction, creating a third stem that shoots upward with remarkable vigor. These suckers are incredibly tempting to leave because they grow so enthusiastically, but they're energy thieves that will reduce your overall fruit production if left unchecked. The optimal time to remove suckers is when they're young and tender, typically when they're between 2 to 4 inches long. At this stage, you can simply pinch them off with your fingers using a gentle twisting motion. Grasp the sucker between your thumb and forefinger as close to the base as possible, then bend it back and forth until it snaps cleanly away from the main stem. If you've let suckers grow larger, and we've all been there, use clean, sharp pruning shears to make a clean cut close to the main stem. Cut at a slight angle to prevent water from pooling on the wound, which could lead to rot or disease issues. Never leave stub ends when removing larger suckers, as these can become entry points for pathogens. Timing your sucker removal is crucial for plant health. Early morning is ideal because plants are fully hydrated and less stressed from the day's heat. The morning hours also give wounds time to begin healing before the intense midday sun hits them. Avoid pruning during the heat of the day or when plants are water stressed, as this can shock the plant and slow recovery. Never prune when foliage is wet from rain or irrigation, as this creates perfect conditions for disease transmission between plants. Beyond basic sucker removal, experienced gardeners employ several advanced techniques to maximize their tomato harvest. Lower leaf removal is one of the most beneficial practices, especially as the growing season progresses. Remove leaves that touch the soil or show any signs of yellowing or disease. Start from the bottom of the plant and work your way up, removing any leaves that are within 6 inches of the soil surface. As your tomato plants mature and develop multiple fruit clusters, consider selective fruit cluster thinning if the plant is struggling to support its load. This might seem a bit counterintuitive, but removing 1 or 2 of the earliest, smallest clusters allows the plant to put more energy into developing larger, more flavorful fruits on the remaining clusters. Late-season pruning involves topping your indeterminate tomatoes about 4 to 6 weeks before your expected first frost. This means pinching out the growing tip of the main stem, which stops vertical growth and redirects all the plant's energy into ripening existing fruits, rather than developing new flowers that just won't have time to mature. Your tomato pruning approach should really evolve throughout the growing season to match your plant's changing needs. Early season pruning focuses on establishing strong plant structure and removing any growth that touches the soil. Mid-season pruning shifts to maintaining air circulation and supporting heavy fruit loads by removing weak or damaged growth. Late-season pruning, on the other hand, becomes all about maximizing the harvest before frost. Investing in quality pruning tools makes the job easier and honestly a lot healthier for your plants. Sharp, clean bypass pruners are essential for making clean cuts that heal quickly. Overpruning is perhaps the most common mistake gardeners make with tomatoes. Remember that leaves are the plant's food factories and, removing too much foliage can actually reduce fruit production. Proper pruning pays enormous dividends in both quantity and quality of your tomato harvest. Well-pruned tomato plants typically produce larger, more flavorful fruits that ripen more evenly throughout the cluster. The satisfaction of walking through a well-maintained garden where every tomato plant is perfectly pruned and loaded with beautiful fruit is, honestly, one of gardening's greatest rewards. So, are you ready to transform your tomato harvest? Start implementing these pruning techniques in your garden and, just watch your plants reach their full potential. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Smart Garden for more game-changing gardening tips, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to take their tomato harvests to the next level. Your garden and your dinner table will thank you.